Good evening and welcome to the presentation of MiTo. MiTo marks an important date in Alfa Romeo's calendar because this is a car that really has two very clear roles to play. First of all, it's a car that's going to broaden our brand. It's the first time that Alfa Romeo is moving into a market area it's never covered before. And the second important role of this car is that it's the first step, the first very important step in the comeback process of Alfa Romeo. A relaunching of Alfa Romeo that starts today and that will see us in just a few months celebrating the first centenary of our brand. And obviously, all this could only start here where Alfa Romeo was born, here in Milan. And so with this presentation in the Castello Sforzesco, we're also paying homage to the industrial culture of this city, but not only that, it's Milan that saw the birth of Alfa Romeo, and Alfa Romeo has greatly contributed to this city's growth. Alfa, as many of you know, is a brand that really developed from the pride and passion of a group of technomaniacs. That is, people who conceived every new car as a new opportunity to work in the area of new technology, and also with a view to producing driving thrills. And this is a typical attitude we find in Alfa Romeo, and over the years it's an attitude that's appealed to hundreds of thousands, in fact I could almost say millions of people, so much so that they gave themselves a name, and that is Alfisti. There are few brands in the world that have this great privilege of having customers who are identified with the name of the brand, the Alfisti, like authentic sports fans. Just to give you a couple of figures, today, worldwide, there are more than 300 official Alfa Romeo clubs. And in the United States alone, there are 100 of these clubs, just to give you an idea of how strong this brand is, how global it is. And this even in markets where we've not been present commercially for many years now. Why am I explaining this? Well, because this is exactly the identity that we today are going to start reappropriating for ourselves with Alfa MiTo. MiTo, the name MiTo, perhaps you've read this in the recent months, the name MiTo was a suggestion we received from a German reader who entered an international automotive magazine competition, and it's a name we selected out of many that were sent in because MiTo is really the whole spirit of this project in these two consonants, because it's a car that was developed here at the Style Center in Milan, and it's going to be produced in the Mirafiori plant in Turin, Milan and Turin, MiTo. And the second reason for which we decided to call the car MiTo is that it's a name that reminds us of something very simple, very straightforward. I don't know whether it's easy to translate this into other languages, but I'm sure our interpreter friends can explain the play on words. Alfa Romeo is a MiTo. MiTo in Italian means a myth, a legend, and so that we felt was a very important connotation as well. People like yourselves, people like myself, who have a passion for cars, are well aware that Alfa Romeo is one of the brands that really built up the history of motoring. And Alfa's story, as I was saying earlier, is linked to great names, great pilots. I could go on with the names for 30 minutes, Tazio Nuvolari, for instance, or Enzo Ferrari himself, because, as you know, he started in Alfa Romeo and then moved outwards and produced his magic worldwide. What also comes to mind are the names of great managers, outstanding engineers, great designers, all of whom you can see on the screen. And they're all people who felt the excitement of Alfa Romeos, and they also, therefore, knew how to convey their emotions to others, to Alfisti. And I've been explaining all this, and with this I close this part of my presentation, but I just wanted to put across the fact that we today as a team are aware that we have in our hands a script that's been produced by outstanding authors over the history of the brand, and what we want to do is take this script and play it out faithfully. Obviously it has to be interpreted in a contemporary modern way, and we want to get back to being Alfisti once again, Alfisti working for Alfisti.